Good morning, everybody, and thank you for watching. I wanted to give you a few tips or just give you some ideas of how we do our garden, how we planned our gardening this year. We've had to give one garden a rest, so we've really had to plan what was a priority. And then when we got down to the brass tacks, I realized in my mind what I need to probably do is find my favorite varieties, grow. We can consume some, but grow some mostly for seed, and really start building, because we use all heirloom plants, really start building a strong heirloom plant on my best varieties and the ones that provide the best nutrition for my family. What I have planted in this garden is these little hills. I don't know if you can see them. Those are cucumbers. Most of them are pickling. They're two slicer varieties, and I've started them about 3 weeks apart, so hopefully there won't be too much cross-pollination going on. I've packed back there is going to be some tomatillos. Where you see the plastic cups are small pepper transplants. I will unbury those cups and mark them with something more expensive if they survive the transplant, which it looks like some of them are. Most of them will. In between these two tomato plants was 4 jalapeno plants, and I'm just not having good luck with jalapeno plants this year. I don't know why. They're not hard to grow, but you're going to have problems with one crop or the other, or one particular plant every year, and it's going to be a different one every year most of the time. I did not grow any potatoes this year because I've grown them in this garden on either side 2 years in a row, and I do not want the potato beetles you do not want them in your garden because they will eat everything. I've had some problem with aphids and green beetles that like to eat the leaves off of your tomato plants, so I did make me up a solution yesterday. There's the bottle, and of cayenne pepper, water, and a little dish soap to make it stick, so we'll see how that works. Directly below me are cups that blew off the deck, and 2 grape plants in their 3rd year that are run across, that are being twined around old electric fence that we had. This, incidentally, was where an above-ground pool was, and this is the deck I'm standing on. I'm doing a lot of container planting this year. This is nothing compared to what it's going to be. Back there you'll see the 4-wheeler, and I'll explain that in a minute, with the trailer on it. Here's the baker's rack that my husband said it's a baker's rack. It's a utility rack he made into a hothouse for me because I needed one. He's very handy. He did that a couple years ago and just strapped it to the deck for the windy days. Nothing like good old country boy redneck ingenuity. There's the garden that we're giving a rest this year. We'll turn that over once or twice this summer and let it rot. And in the fall, and it composts itself. We'll also throw some ash from our wood stove during the winter, and then when we till it all in, it should be ready to go for next year. This is a shady garden, so closer to the camera here, closer to me, is about 2 or 3 rows is where we plant the sunnier the crops that need more sun. Down here's an old tub that we had. Well, it was here when we bought the place. There's spearmint in it. Obviously I need to weed it, get the leaves out of it. There's a row of rocks. That's where I planted some dill. I see some coming up, I hope, because I have a hard time with that too, and I love dill. I had to put holes in this for drainage with my new little 17, I say little, but my 17 Savage rifle my husband got me because we couldn't drill through it. It kept breaking our bits, and we didn't have the equipment at the time. So that was a fun story. Sorry for the shakiness, guys. Found these containers, the 3.5-gallon buckets and red buckets. $1 each at an everything's a dollar store, Dollar Tree, whatever you call it. These are mostly peppers and tomato plants. My favorite tomato plant by far this year is the Hazelfield tomato. I will put up seeds out of these 3 plants. They're the strongest. I've started some more basil, parsley, and German chamomile. Hopefully it'll come up soon. Still have stuff left in the hothouse to transplant. Swing around here steady. Sorry. There will be a lot more containers than this before the summer's out. And I don't like growing things out of plastic, but it's very difficult to find clay or glass with the holes in it that's inexpensive these days. If you ever get your hands on them, keep them. They're invaluable. When I do my transplanted containers, we use this soil. This soil was dug up from an old rotten log. It is some of the richest soil you will ever find. Up there by the house, you'll see for the trellis, we used that. That's where some zucchini was planted, and it will grow up that trellis nicely. Down below, right, the steps going into our house, there are 2 blueberry bushes and and 2 rhubarb plants. I don't expect to harvest from them this year. I may get a little bit of rhubarb, but next year I hope to have, if we take good care of them and they're composted well, we should get plenty of both. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.